The Pittsburgh Penguins with Sidney Crosby are in town tonight to take on the Montreal Canadiens right here at Talking Habs. It's time for the Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game. Previews, lineups, and the Guess the Score contest. Here's your hosts, Rick and Matt. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. Matt should be joining me in just a little bit. So we got the Pittsburgh Penguins in town tonight to take on Montreal Canadiens. Sidney Crosby, I think recently back to play. So should be interesting to see how he's doing. I know the other day he threw somebody into the boards. Pretty weird to see Sidney Crosby do what he did. Of course, no. I don't think there was a penalty, and no subsequent punishment, of course, to Crosby. If it was Gallagher, of course, you get a fine. Me complaining. Let's see who's here. Hey, Julie, Habs Guru, how's it going? How's it going? By the way, I put up a link up there on top. That is to an article about our lovely Premier in Quebec. And I was talking about this last night in the membership drive video that, they're looking to add as many French players as possible. Read that article. It's not very long. It's very short. And you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't lie. Hey, Drake, how's it going? I believe so. I think Primo might be in nets tonight, yes. I just got the lineup just before coming on here. I'm going to show what I've got, but I didn't really look at it, so I'm not sure, but I think so. Hey, Jackson. Yeah, Caulfield's playing tonight. Although, I don't understand why the call-up if they're going to play him where he is in the lineup. So we'll see. We'll check that out in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to get to some of the stuff that I do have here. Let us see what I got. So I was talking about this. The Premier of Quebec said, pride in the Montreal Canadiens would be boosted if the NHL team had more players from the province. The Premier said, he said that again there. And so this is he has a plan to boost the number of Quebecers either in the NHL or definitely on the Montreal Canadiens. So he's going to come up with a plan, or he has a plan. He's going to announce it soon, and he wants to have the whole team to be just French players. I'm telling you, I said it last night, and it's the truth. Elliot Friedman says, or was asked if Montreal could get a first-round pick for Ben Chiarot. He says, "Oh, for sure. I don't know how he said. I think there is. I don't know what he said there. I think you absolutely could. Ben Chiarot's a good player. He's playoff tested. He's not a high maintenance guy. I think they can get a first round pick for him as well. So Mike Hoffman is out. We knew this, and it turns out it's a back injury. Yeah, when I announced it the other game, I didn't know what the injury was. It's a back injury. He's out. He was supposed to be out for a minimum a week. We'll see how long that turns out to be. Jeff Petrie, as we know, is not himself these days. He definitely doesn't look like it. And I'm thinking he's playing through an injury. And apparently, Chantal Maccabee, she's a reporter for TVR Sports. She said that he can barely walk off the ice. So he is definitely dealing with some kind of an injury. And it would make sense that that's the reason why he looks like not like Jeff Petrie. Adam Brooks was put on waivers the other day by Montreal, and he was claimed by the Vegas Golden Knights. So Adam Brooks is gone. He was here for 4 games. My camera's going crazy. My camera, this cheap camera, I said basically a cheap camera that I bought. It's starting to screw up on me. It's been giving me problems all afternoon, and you see what it just did. So I'm soon going to be getting a much better camera. So let's hope it lasts till then, because it needs to. What was I talking about now? Right, Adam Brooks. He was here for 4 games. He had 1 assist. He was a -1, and he didn't play that much. So Adam Brooks here today, gone. John Tamargo. That's an Expos thing, not really hockey. Brendan Gallagher was fined $2,500 for his sucker punch, you want to call it, on Barclay Goodrow when they played the Rangers. I saw a slowed down highlight of that, and it's clear that Gallagher hit Goodrow. Yes, he punched him. There's no doubt. And he should have got a penalty, which he did. But he hit Goodrow in the visor, and his hand glanced off, and it touched him in the chin. Didn't hurt him in any way. Goodrow acted like he got shot with a shotgun, and then peeked out at the side to see if the ref was buying it. He should have gotten an embellishment penalty on that, and there's no way that Gallagher should have gotten a $2,500 fine for that. I mean, it's just Dops is just once again just proving they're full of dopes. I think it's disgraceful. I mean, you can watch the highlight; it's out there, and he barely touches him. You got to see the slowed down version because you can't tell at full speed. But he hits his visor. No damage done to Goodrow. It was all an act. Matthew Perreault, already out 3 weeks, apparently with, I don't know if it was eye surgery or complications from previous eye surgery. I don't know, but he's had eye surgery again. That's what it was termed as by the coach, another eye surgery. So no word on how long he'll be out, but he's going to remain out. Mattias Norlinder will make his NHL debut tonight. So he'll be on from, let me see if I think he's going to be on the third pairing with David Savard. I don't know. Does that help him being out there with Savard? Don't know. Two very defensively deficient guys, but he's a puck mover. We'll see how he does. But I'm very interested to see how Norlinder does, and it's about time they've played him out there. On that note, Cole Caulfield has been recalled, and he will be in the lineup tonight, as I said earlier. Alex Belzile was sent down to make room for Caulfield. Norlinder was already on the roster. The thing here that I'm going to make the complaint about this is, first of all, he was down there for 6 games. I don't have all his numbers. I'm sorry. I was running late, and I didn't go get his numbers there in the 6 games. But he had 6 games down, and he's back. Guess where they're playing him? They're playing him fourth line right wing with Paling and with Pizzetta. If you're going to bring him back up to put him on the fourth line, then you shouldn't have brought him back up. Flat out, that's it, that's all. No way that he should be playing on the fourth line. If they're just starting him there and then they're going to move him up the lineup, I guess. But there's no way Cole Caulfield should have been brought up to play on the fourth line. Okay, that's all I got right there. Let's go see what you guys say, and then I'll go over the preview for the game. Wow, lots of comments. Okay. Hey, Harry Rice, Filibuster, Franco, Eric M, Rich J, Moonlight Cyborg, Matt Norton. Matt, you're supposed to be over here. You're cooking. All right. I can smell it from here. Let's see now. Yeah, they weren't camera effects. They were just a camera that is starting to go belly up soon, I would imagine. Franco says the Premier had his press conference this afternoon. A panel headed by Mark Denis, former NHL goalie and TV analyst. Report will be given to Legault, government April 1st, 2022. Yeah, just it's a crock of shit. And it's designed strictly for what I said. This province is gearing up to be French only, not just in hockey, everywhere. And they're going to include the hockey team. And that's just ridiculous. I want to say way worse than this. That's just ridiculous, and we should not put up with it. Drake, hopefully Norlinder has a good game. Yeah, I mean, I hope so. How much worse can he be than Weidman? Along with your players to move, I would also trade Galley and ask Price to waive no trade at deadline. Eric, you're probably not wrong, but I didn't want to get that extreme. But I think, first of all, I didn't want to include Price because Price is out with what he's out for. I didn't really want to get him involved in this. Just that's the reason why. Galley, I don't know if I should. Anyway, but it doesn't mean you're wrong. Franco says, panel report will look into Quebec hockey structure, coaching, reffing, women's league better development. Yeah. They're going to put money into it, but their goal is to make the Montreal Canadiens French. Along with, obviously, improving hockey in Quebec. That's a good thing, but it's for, I have no doubt, it's for nefarious reasons. They're hiding behind doing something that's actually going to be good, but their reasons for doing it are not good. Suffrage J, Gallagher versus Goodrow was bad blood from the playoffs. No, I get it. It's not that part. It's just that he got, I mean, the punishment for it wasn't worth what happened. Sorry. Now, does the referee know that completely? No, but they didn't have to fine him afterward. They had it slowed down. They saw what happened. But, it's Gallagher and it's a Hab. Nah, throw the book at him. Excited to see if Primo can have another stellar performance. How long am I going into this? Yeah, me too. I'd like to see 2 good back-to-back games for him. 2 goals, 3 assists in 6 games for Caulfield, so 5 points in 6 games. I still say, without a doubt, should not have been called up if you're putting him on the 4th line. I like that Pizzetta brings them some balls. I don't know how else to put it, but you know what? I think I'm fine with him being here. We need that aspect of the game, and they're sadly lacking it. So, yeah, I'm good with it. Eric M. I mean, yeah, if he's gonna stay on the 4th line all game, and it's a joke. They're bringing Caulfield up just to keep peace with the fans. That's it. They want the fans to be happy. They're going to bring him up just for that reason. You don't do that. He was doing fine down there. Leave him down there until you're going to give him a spot that is appropriate for the player he should be. Yeah, Ryan White's a good comparison. I've seen that comparison before for Pizzetta, and that would be okay. He could stick around. Cole Caulfield will work his way up and be top line by end of game, where we will win. Unfortunately, 5-4, probably OT, with Galley scoring first. Yeah, I mean, listen, if by the end of the game he's doing that, it's not the end of the world, I guess. It's just I don't get starting him on the 4th line. That's all. Franco, no, you got to understand. That's not, you're getting me wrong. I didn't say it was nefarious. I said it's a good thing. I said the reasoning behind it, in my opinion, is nefarious. That's what I said. The actual doing the thing, sure, but why wait? Why'd they wait till this long? That's, you got to look at the timing. But doing that, what he's probably going to propose, is it a bad thing? No, of course not. I said the reason behind it is nefarious. That's all. Gotta listen to the words as they come out of my. No, I'm just bugging you. I don't trust that guy for as far as I could throw him. And believe me, I could not throw him far at all. He wants one thing and one thing only. And if you don't believe me, go read. You can go online, read Bill 96. It tells you what it's about. If you tell me that's not fascism, well, then something wrong with you. Renault, I would like to see Caulfield score. I just don't see him doing it from the fourth line. That's what I'm saying. And that's nothing on Paling and nothing on Pizzetta, really. But I mean, really. But it's not a knock on Paling, but I just don't think he'll get those same opportunities on that fourth line. And I could be wrong. Still, Caulfield is not a fourth liner. He's not a third liner. He's going to be a first or second liner. And you shouldn't be, I don't think you should be playing him there. That's all. Yeah, on the power play, sure. He'll be on the power play, but anyway, whatever. I mean, third line, I wouldn't argue as much, third line, but fourth line, I don't get that. Dixon says 4-2 Montreal, Caulfield. I have a feeling a lot of you guys are going to pick Caulfield. Okay, let me get to the rest of my preview. What are you guys doing to me to make me forget about my preview? It's your fault. All right, where to watch the game? Start time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. In the Canadiens region, TSN2 in English and RDS in French. In the Penguins region, ATTSN Pittsburgh. Legal streaming, ESPN Plus, yeah, I said it right. NHL Live, RDS Direct and TSN Direct, and illegal, Sport Surge. Betting lines. Spread is minus 1.5 for Pittsburgh, and that gives you a plus 165. And it's a plus 1.5 for Montreal, and it gives you a minus 195. Money line is minus 155 for Pittsburgh, plus 135 if you take Montreal. Over under. Wow, it's 6 this time. First time this year it's not been 5.5. If you take the over, it's plus 100. If you take the under, minus 120. But it's 6 because these are two not good defensive teams. I mean, they give up a lot of goals, and I understand why it would go up for this game. Both teams, last 10. Pittsburgh, 2-6-2 on a 3-game losing streak. Montreal, oddly, 2-6-2, but on a 2-game losing streak. Tail of the tape. Montreal is 4-12-2. Penguins are 5-6-4. Scoring chances for percentage, 51.7 for Montreal. That's 10th. 51.2 for Pittsburgh. That's 15th. Very close. Goals per game, 2.11 for Montreal, 31st. 2.80 for Pittsburgh, 19th. So they're a little bit better on the scoring side. Goals against per game, 3.39 for Montreal, 28th. 3.20 for Pittsburgh, 26th. Virtually the same. Power play percentage, 13.8% for Montreal, 29th. And with the league worst, 10% for Pittsburgh with 32nd. PK percentage, 72.1%, 29th. And for Pittsburgh, 87.8%, and that's second. So they got a good PK, but a lousy power play. Head-to-head, the last time these two teams were able to play, 1-1-1 for Montreal, 2-1-0 for Pittsburgh. Face-off percentage, 47.5 for 26th, that's for Montreal, and 50.7 and good for 12th, that's Pittsburgh. Players to watch, last 5 games. Pittsburgh, Jake Gunsel, 5 points. Rodriguez, 3 goals. Letang, 3 assists. And Kapanen, +1. On the Montreal side, Lehkonen, 4 points. Chiarot, 2 goals. Lehkonen, 4 assists. And Evans with a +2. Now, you know things aren't going good when you got Arturi Lehkonen leading you for points and assists in the last 5 games. Then you know things aren't really good. Goalies for tonight. On the Pittsburgh side, I don't really know, but I'm going to guess Tristan Jarry. 5-4-3 with a 2.52 goals against and a 9.17 save percentage. And on the other side, it's Caden Primo, and I don't have Primo's numbers from last. His only game was the last game. So, yeah, there you go. Lineups. Montreal's projected lineup. Suzuki centering Toffoli and Gallagher. Dvorak centering Drua and Anderson. Evans in between Lehkonen and Armia. And Paling in between Pizzetta and Caulfield. We'll have Chiarot and Petrie together. Romanov and Kulak together. And Norlinder and Savard together with Primo getting the start. For the Penguins, Crosby in between Gensel and Rust. Carter in between Zucker and Kapanen. Rodriguez in between Simon and Hainan. And Bluger in between Aston Reese and McGinn. You got Dumoulin and Letang in the first pair. Pedersen and Marino, second pair. Matheson and Ruedel for the third pair. And like I said, Jarry with the start. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There's my preview. All right, what do we got with you guys? Both teams are trending downward, but I give the edge to Jarry. I guess going in, but both teams, I mean, they're both 2-6-2 in their last 10 games. Their numbers, I mean, it's pretty even. The edge, I guess, to Pittsburgh, really, overall, the edge. And it's just an edge to Pittsburgh. So they're on the road. It probably evens out that edge, and we'll probably see more than likely something like a 4-3 win for one of the two teams. One of the two teams is going to win the game. That's my prediction for tonight, is that one of these two teams will win this game, either in regulation, but it might be in overtime or a shootout. Is that vague enough for you guys? Yeah, conservative alert. Caulfield's back on the fourth line. Hopefully it's just to start and he'll work his way up. But yep, if he stays there, it's mind-boggling. Personally, like bring up Harvey Pinard instead of Caulfield if you want somebody to play third, fourth line. That's my opinion. Well, Daryl Adams, I hope they do too, I guess. I don't know. I'm still stuck between, do I want them to go on a win streak? Do I want them to suck it out the rest of the way? I don't know. I just don't know. But if the we'll see what happens with Caulfield. But if he keeps making that kind of a decision, then we're, maybe that's how they're trying to tank. Trying to keep us happy, tank at the same time. I mean, I don't know. Maritime, it's a good point you make. It's a good point. That fourth line can get some good looks, but I mean, how many minutes are they out there? The ice time really isn't there, and whatever. But it's a good point that I know with Poehling, he's had some chances, and so we'll see how that works out. Maybe that's their plan, is to have a fourth line that is going to be capable to score. But, I would think maybe you throw Armia on the other side and have Pizzetta move down to the third line and make the third line the checking line. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be what they're doing. So they might want Pizzetta out there just to, protect Caulfield, I guess. Make sure nobody touches him. I don't know. I did say it's not a knock on Poehling, right? I'm not knocking Poehling in any way. So, but it's a little bit of a head scratcher. By the way, give a thumbs up if you're having a good time watching this. And as I scratch my neck, subscribe, ring the notifications bell if you're so inclined. And then leave a comment. Well, you leave a comment in the comment chat, in the chat. There's not a video, leave a comment in the comment section, but you can if you want. Leave a comment in the comment section. Evans, Armia, Lehkonen is the best line some nights. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying there's not potential. Listen, tonight, too, there's potential for Montreal to win here. Pittsburgh is not very good right now. And, I think tonight would be a night, I'd probably call it 4-3 Montreal here. I'll give them a go here because Pittsburgh is just really not very good right now. So we'll see how that works out. If I was Dom, I wouldn't play Suzuki on the PK so much to save his energy for offense. I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's the type of player Suzuki is. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. A lot of players do that. Why can't he do it? No need to baby the kid. The kid, you want him to be a number one center. You want him to do all these things. He's got to do them. Nothing wrong with it. And I think he's probably happy to do it all. I would think, right? he should be all into it. More ice time he gets, better for him. Daryl, if I were them, I'd make sure Price don't come back till after the Olympic break. But realistically, like if he is going to come back, I haven't really heard an update. There's really very little out there about Price, which is how they said it would be. So my best guess is by Christmas. But it's a guess. And it's not even an educated one because there's no info to really base it on. Renault Dvorak has been, but he had a really good game last game. So let's hope that maybe that's a turnaround coming from him, and he'll start to play a lot better. His contract's not a horrible contract, so no, I don't think there's a problem with him. I wouldn't be freaking on Dvorak yet. Have some patience. Price will play the last month insignificant games. Yeah, it's a possibility, right? And if they're planning, like if they really want a chance at a really good draft pick, that's what you do. You got to keep Price out. Because, if you start to improve a little bit, bring Price in, you can make a dent, and that really will affect your standing in the at the end of the year. If Price comes in early enough, there's a possibility he could get them to the playoffs. Now, is that a bad thing? I don't know, but I think the likelihood of that happening isn't really there. So, the thing is, he could really improve their standing and give them a worse draft pick, and you don't really want that. And yet, you want to see him get some time in and play a little bit and get, his confidence, whatever it is. So. I say sometime in March, bring them back. No bling bling. No, I don't still believe in playoffs. You read me wrong, so sorry. And if you think that is what I said, then you haven't really been watching my videos at all, which is fine. But no, I don't see how they can. I don't see how the rate they'd have to be winning at to make the playoffs. I don't see how they can do it. I mean, not this team that we're seeing. I don't see how they turn it around to the point where, well, all of a sudden they're one of the best teams in the league. I mean, no. Someone made a point, and I used it in my video today, that St. Louis was able to do it because basically they had a goaltending problem. They solved that by bringing in Jordan Binnington, and things went well after that. Montreal don't just have a goaltending problem. If anything, goaltending isn't really their problem except that they're injured. But, I mean, the goalies are not a problem. It is the rest of everything else. So it's not going to be solved that easily, and it's not going to be like St. Louis. But playoffs, are you kidding? No. I'd be very surprised to see Montreal make it, especially in this division because, I mean, early going, it looks like the Metro could probably put up 5 teams in the playoffs, which would leave only 3 spots out of the Atlantic. I don't see Montreal finishing high enough for that. If they're going to make it, they got to take a wild card spot, I would think, and I don't see it. Yeah, Renault. I mean, it's. I don't see how that's not that's not how it is, right? There's too much. They've dug too deep a hole to get out of, and then make a run at the playoffs. Nope, Dixon, we're going to have to see how the game starts to see if it makes any sense, because I don't think any of us really think that makes sense. But Renault, like, Caulfield's not a fourth liner. Really, that's not his spot. I don't think he should be playing there. If it's just a start, work his way up quickly, yeah, okay. We'll see how it works out. But I don't know. It's not where I would put him. And if for me personally, if I didn't think he was going to be ready for the top 2 lines, then I wouldn't have brought him up. So I don't understand why they brought him up if they're not planning to or feel that he's ready to play on. with Nick Suzuki on first line, right? I don't think I'm wrong there in saying that. You guys agree with that, or would you disagree with what I just said now? I'm curious. Yeah, babe. I don't know that necessarily it might hurt him, but you got to think it would not be great for his confidence for those reasons, right? I said the line doesn't get a lot of ice time, fourth line, and how many chances will they get, really, right? And then it's a lot of pressure on him to have to create those chances. But if we look at how confusingly Coach Dom's been coaching lately, and last year too, I guess it makes sense. I don't know what else to say. I guess that makes sense. My actual hope is, though, that we're just totally wrong and he knows what he's doing, and Caulfield and Paling just hit it off and they have a great game and they get a couple of points each, and it's totally the opposite. But it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to see that as being something that's going to happen. Yeah, no, agreed, Renault. If they can get him, that's if the refs allow them to have any power plays at all. Refs are sometimes stingy with power plays for Montreal, but I'm not sure. But I mean, I think Pittsburgh gets their fair share of penalties, so we should see some power play time, and hopefully he's in the right spot on the power play where he can succeed, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, game time is well, it's a little under a half hour from the official time, but basically puck drops about 40 minutes away, and we're going to start finding out right then. I'll stick around for about another 5 minutes, and then I got to go do my stuff before I come back and do the game at 7. All you regulars, you know the routine. If anybody's new here, then just come back at 7. Not here. You got to find the actual thumbnail. But yeah, I'm on at 7. We do the game. We don't show the game. We don't play the audio, but we do some play-by-play, some commentary, and try to have as much fun with it as we can. And I say we because, but Matt will be here. Matt, he's just having supper. He works till 5, and then it's got to get home. And he sometimes doesn't make it. He'll be here for the game though. Dauphin and Day should be called up before Pezzetta. Yeah, but the thing is, do they bring the same kind of energy and physical play that Pezzetta does? I think that's the reason they brought Pezzetta up. And I think Pezzetta can excite the crowd. He has already, and I think that's the reason they brought him up. And I don't disagree. I like what Pezzetta can bring, and he's a big guy. He can fight. Look, he took on Ryan Reeves. He kind of lost, but I mean, I don't think he lost like got beat up or anything. He more lost his footing. But I mean, the guy's got some balls, and it's something that we need here. Dave 1, do you think that the win will go to the Habs? I think Montreal's got a shot. I mean, obviously, it's Pittsburgh, 2 basically bad teams. So, yeah, I'm going to say 4-3 for Montreal tonight. So, I think that the win will go to Montreal. Do you think Drouin wants to be traded this year to a playoff team or wait till next season? I don't, and it's not to be mean to Drouin. I'm not saying this now to be mean to anybody, but I don't really think I care whether Drouin wants to be traded or not. Simple as that. And what team he wants to be going to, because he doesn't have a no movement clause. I think he needs a change of scenery. And I think Montreal should provide him with that. Unless, listen, also in the next few games, if Drouin can turn it around and start playing like he was at the very beginning of the season, and he can carry that through, and if pigs fly, they would be in the air. So, Yeah. Does that say enough? Habs will never win with Drouin, just like I used to say that they'd never win with Plekanec. No heart. Yeah, I mean he's not making an argument against that. So yeah, I think it's time for Montreal to. He's got 1 year left on his contract. It's actually probably the perfect time to make a deal for him. Much less risk for a team that might pick him up. And it might take a little longer to do that and might have to get closer to the trade deadline. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, he's got to turn it around and turn it around really quickly and keep that going, or else they got to move him by the deadline. Apparently, no, it's not wrong, Baby. He was cleared to play, didn't want to play for what apparently something with the helmet and where he got hit. He wasn't comfortable there. And the thing that I think is a key is that Coach Dom, threw him under the bus at the little press conference thing that he had. And that might signal that they're starting to lose patience with him. If that is the case, I think then you can see that we'll see that they move him at some point. My opinion. Yeah, Dave. I hope they break it too, but I don't see how. I mean, tonight I could see a win tonight, yes, but I mean, will they start winning? I don't think it'll change things. Eggs in the pockets. That's how he plays. Yep, that's what they used to say. That's an old saying, Steve. I'm not sure, but I think that ages you. But yeah, that's the saying we used to say a lot. You don't hear it as much anymore. Trade him for a box of May West. But what about a Pepsi? I gotta have a Pepsi and a May West to go along with that. Come on, come on. Lost his heart when Tampa Bay sent him back to Halifax and McKinnon stayed in the big league. I don't know. I saw some good highlights of him in Tampa Bay. I don't know. But somewhere along the line, something happened to him. I don't know what it is. He still makes me think so much of that guy, the roommate in Goon. I don't know if you guys ever saw Goon, but Goon, the roommate, what's his, LaFlamme? Romeo LaFlamme. No, maybe that's wrong. That's a different movie. But I think his last name is LaFlamme. Yeah, he looks like him even. 29-10. Well, maybe 20. No, I think you're wrong. I think the 2014 team was better than 29-10 team. 2009-10 team. I think, anyway. Halak was fantastic that year. That I'll say for sure. But I don't know that that was better than the 2015 team. But that year, Halak was, I mean, Halak is a good goalie. There's no doubt. I still think Montreal did take the right. I was a Price guy all the way. But Halak, that was a great year for him, and it set him off on a good career. I don't think he can complain about his career really. Matt Outdoor, yeah. Cole's playing tonight. Fourth line, right wing. Yeah, you heard me. Fourth line, right wing. Mark Bergevin was on the Penguins team that was so bad they got Crosby, and the Hartford team that lost so much they folded. Maybe that's the problem, right? He doesn't know how to win. I didn't know that he was on that team before Crosby. I mean, I didn't know who he was anyway, really. I'm sure I saw him play many times and all that, but I mean, I didn't know to pick him out. Oh, he'll be the future GM. But I mean, that's an interesting stat there. Steve, I don't. Crosby would like to play for Montreal, and he has said that. I don't see it ever happening, though. Renault, but still, I still say that year is probably since '93 is the second best year since '93. I still think 2014. Was it 13-14 or 14-15 was the best? The year that Price got railed out, knocked out by Kreider of the playoffs. Matt Outdoor, I hope at least he works up to that by the end of the game, but you're right. He should be on the first or second line, in my opinion. Yeah, Baby, it seems to clearly be that is the case. He really likes to go out and get defensemen in his mold, and he forgets that he played. I'm sure he played alongside a puck mover. I would think. So I guess he forgets that part. It's going to hurt him when he has to move Chiarot, but I think he's going to have to move Chiarot. Because I'd be really shocked if any team would take that Devin Savard contract right now. Only if there's a team that's desperate to get to the floor. Maybe you can move him there. I don't see a team wanting to pick up Savard for his talent. Not right now. He's going to have to play better. And I'm sure he will. Like, he can't have been this bad his whole career. Although the game is getting faster, and he doesn't seem to be getting faster. Renault, Ouellette's a little old. There's no need to develop Ouellette. And I don't agree with Weidman. Niku should be in the rotation. Norlinder, I think they should probably bring up Fairbrother. Play the kids. Ouellette's not a kid. Ouellette is like 30 years old. There's no reason to bring up Ouellette unless there's an injury problem and you got to bring up a defenseman. But Savard, they just signed him. So is he going to play? Yeah, he's going to play, unfortunately. But that's why Weidman should not be playing, because I think Norlinder should be able to do what Weidman does. Plus, he's got more size. He'll make mistakes, but Weidman makes mistakes. So, I got to get going. Hey, Robadario, sorry, but I'm already a couple minutes late. Baby, he was kind of a mistake, but it's a no-risk thing, right? So you wave him, put him in Laval. It's not a big deal if you have to. And he's depth, but still, yeah, not great. All right, I really got to go because I got to feed my animals and I got to get ready for the next show. Listen, I had a lot of fun talking about all this stuff, and we'll hopefully continue that into the actual game, the hangout. So hopefully you guys will join us at the hangout, 7:00. I'll be back in about 17 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. And see you next pregame show before the game, the next game, and I'll see you at the game. Stay safe till then. Peace out, y'all. See you in a bit. Bye, everybody. Oh, if I could find my cursor.